All right, hey guys, whoever is coming in. Uh-oh. Welcome. Let me turn my. Welcome to my channel, you guys. Welcome. I'm gonna delete this. Oh, let me go to the other one. Okay. Delete it. All right, hey guys. Welcome in. I don't understand. So this is my second time going live with y'all, and I'm trying to figure out how can I. For those who are waiting for the live, hey, my mom's on here. For those who are waiting for the live, you probably noticed that I had something saying I'm gonna go live in the future, and then I'm going live on another live. So sorry about that. But anyways, hey guys, if you're in here, say hey. Let me know where y'all are coming in from, and then we'll get started. I'll let people come in about 20 more seconds, and then we'll get started with what we're gonna be doing today. Happy New Year's. It is January 1st, y'all. It is January 1st. We are starting a new year, and I am super excited about it. Y'all will be seeing a lot more consistency with me in this new year. Starting with today, I'm actually in the middle of recording another video. But we'll go ahead and get started in about 10 more seconds. When y'all come in, just leave a comment saying hey, so I know who's in here. Hey Dominique, hey Shanice, hey y'all. Welcome. I'm about to say happy Labor Day. Happy New Year's, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying the first day of your year. I know I am. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm enjoying it. Okay, so I'm going to get started. So today, as y'all can tell from the title, I'm going to be discussing with y'all inventory, like how I get my inventory, where I get my inventory. This is a question that is asked a lot. However, I feel like there are so many resources out there. So I'm just going to share with you guys what I have. I'm going to share with you guys a few resources that I'm providing. And then at the end, I'll do question and answer, because I know a few people have already started asking me questions about some different things that are boutique related. So we're going to get into it. I have a few notes. Hopefully y'all can see me okay. And can y'all hear me? Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the comments? Because sometimes, I don't know. Can y'all hear me? Say yes if you can, say no, or say anything. Okay, cool. So today we're going to be discussing 3 things specifically on where you can get, where I can get my inventory from, how I can get it, and then sharing with you guys a couple resources to help you guys get it. Yes, today is day 1, preparing for the opening of your business. Yes, ma'am. I'm so excited. Consistency is key. That's my word for the year, consistency. And I'm just speaking positivity and blessings over your business because I know that it will be successful. And I think this is going to be really helpful for you, especially so that you can go ahead and get started. But anyway, so the first thing I want to talk about is where I can get inventory from. And so there's a few different places you can get inventory from specifically, and I have notes here, so I'll be looking down at my notes. I feel like the most popular way and my preferred way is online, wholesale sites online. That's my preferred way. You can also travel to different fashion districts, like in LA or wherever else you know of fashion districts. And then you can also attend trade shows. The first thing that I did, so when I was on day 3 of starting my business back in July, it was literally June 4th. I said, I'm gonna start my business. And then 2 days or 3 days later, I actually traveled to Dallas 4 hours away to attend a trade show. And that was one of my first experiences with looking at and buying inventory was at a trade show. So that I like that way because you can be in person, touch and feel the things, and it makes it more real. And it was very overwhelming, but I mean, that's a way to get inventory. So where you can get inventory is wholesale sites. I'm just going to share a few wholesale sites because my preferred way and the quickest way for me is to go online. We all have access to the internet, especially y'all who are online right now watching this live. And so if you guys have pen and paper, you want to write these things down, I'm going to actually pull up my vendors list, and I'm going to go ahead and put the link to my vendors list in the comments. I'm just going to be sharing a few of the sites that I have on my vendors list, and it should be right there in the comments. And then that you guys can go to and like check out the different things that they have to offer on those sites. I'm going to drop some of the sites in the comments, and I want y'all to like look at them with me so we can just kind of see like what is to offer. But let me pull up my vendors list first, and then we can get into it. I feel like a lot of these videos, people don't actually give y'all information for real. It's kind of like a runaround of, oh, do this, do that. But I like to give y'all the facts because when I was searching, I could not find any facts. So I want to give y'all some facts today. Okay, so I have my vendors list, and on my vendors list, if you guys go to it, I have 37 vendors. 30 of them are clothing, which includes plus size, regular size, or like petite size, also urban wear and like trendy wear. And then also my website, I don't really think it's urban or trendy. It's really just like cute styles. And so that stuff is on there as well. I call it like general women's fashion. And so I'm going to give you guys a mix of those when we look. I will look at a accessories one, and we'll look at a clothing one. Let me find one of my favorites. Oh, this is already my favorite. I actually mentioned this one in my last live, but I did not share the website. So I'm gonna share it with y'all right now. It's one of my favorite sites. And they also have, this one is really cool because they have children's clothing and they have plus size clothing as well. A lot of sites, I don't offer plus size on my website because I can't usually find plus size vendors. So it's kind of hard to find. But this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in the comments. This first one I mentioned in my last video. Oh, I'm copying and pasting. Y'all, I wish I could turn this around. I have my laptop, my iPad, a computer. There's a lot going on, but I'll just type it in. The first one is Hayden, Los Angeles. Hayden, LA.com. Y'all should copy and paste that in y'all's browser. I'm gonna do it too to see what y'all see. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the first one is Hayden, Los Angeles. Let me know if y'all are going there, watching this with me. And so as y'all can see, like this is what the wholesale sites will vary in what they look like. And so this is one of my absolute favorites on this, like on my vendors list is Hayden, because they have like cutesy stuff. They also, like I said, offer plus size and children's clothing. And this is an example of what a wholesale site will look like. Now, people ask me all the time, how do I know if the wholesale site, and if you're just coming in, we're right now looking at Hayden, Los Angeles, a wholesale website that has boutique inventory. People ask me all the time, like, how do I know if a site is legit? You know if a site is legit. If y'all try to click around on this site, you probably can't get far. It's gonna ask you to sign in or to become a member. That's number one of how you know if a site is legit. You will have to sign in and become a member. Now, also, you know it's legit if they do not show you the prices. So if you go to a site that says it's wholesale and you see prices and you can actually click on and start shopping for stuff, that's not a legitimate place. You do not want to get your inventory from there. It's not going to be good quality at all. So the stores that like Fashion Nova and Forever 21 and where they shop from, oh, thank you. Happy New Year. Where you want to shop from, if it's legitimate, then it's not going to be able to be clickable and you won't get too far without signing in. Now, Dominique just asked a great question. Do you need a business license to view their products? So with all of these sites, you don't necessarily need a business license. There's different things, and I'm going to get into that in a second. So I'm going to answer that in a moment, but let me finish my thought. So what I was saying, yeah, so on the site, you won't be able to get too far without signing in. Now, and I mentioned that in my vendors list. I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, let me just answer your question, and it kind of goes hand in hand together. For all of these sites that are legitimate, and for all of these sites that are on my vendors list, and all the sites that like you want to buy your stuff from, if, like I said, if they're legit, you won't be able to get in without signing in. Now, in order to sign in, you don't have to necessarily have a business license, but you do need a few things. And this is what I was going to talk about next. You are going to need to get a few different business credentials. So write this down if you're wanting to start a boutique and you're wanting to have access to these wholesale sites, whether that's clothes, accessories, and shoes. You're going to need business credentials. You're going to need your EIN number. I hope y'all are writing this down. EIN number just stands for an employee ID number or an employee identification number. You're going to need a seller's permit. And you're going to have to form some type of business entity. Now that one, sounds like the most confusing one. But on my last live, I know most of the viewers already had an LLC, and I also have an LLC, but you don't have to get an LLC in order to form your business entity. Are y'all following me so far? She said, I have no desire to have a clothing store, but you inspired me to start an Etsy craft store. Yes, I am so excited. Yeah, and that's the cool thing about it. I know, like, specifically, I can really only talk about clothing store because that's what I have. I'm trying to get my mom, if she's still on here, to do an Etsy store as well. But any type of business online is just good. And I think yours will be really cool because it's like, you know, you probably are making this stuff yourself. So that's really cool. But hopefully y'all are following me so far. You're going to need those 3 things in order to be able to access these sites. So an EIN number, a seller's permit, and then some type of business entity. Now, one of the cheapest or most inexpensive ways, well, first of all, if you're interested in doing an online clothing store, that's right. If you're interested in doing an online clothing store, let me know in the comments, do you have an LLC? I know in my last live, almost everybody had an LLC. So the business entity part, I kind of just skipped over. Do you guys have an LLC, or do you guys have some type of business entity, whether that's a partnership, a corporation? If you're a sole proprietorship, let me know if you guys have some type of business entity. If not, I can talk more about it. But you're going to need those 3 things in order to access these sites. It is much easier than it sounds. I know in the beginning, it's a lot of information, but I promise you, like, it's a lot easier than it sounds. If you can write these 3 things down and then work on getting these 3 things, you'll have access to those sites, and then you'll have access to starting your online boutique. So my mom's a sole proprietor. Great. So let me know, not let me know. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys to know that you need those 3 things. Now, so once you have those 3 things, you're able to sign on and like apply and register for the site. Let's look at it, what it tells us to do when I say sign in. And you guys probably are looking at it now. If I click on join a member and it says join now, it's gonna ask, oh, okay. So she asked, do I need a business license? The spot where it says business license, in that spot, what you can put in is your seller's permit number. So when you guys apply for your seller's permit, which should be 100% free, you'll receive a seller's permit number. And that's what I use to log into this site or to register for this site. I don't put in my license number, I put in my seller's permit number. So that number is enough in order to register for this site. So now I see why she asked me that. Yeah, and then you can just put in your information and then you should be able to register. Now, in my vendors list, I also give you guys the email address for every business. So I give you guys the name of the business, the name of the vendor's website, the vendor's email address, and the vendor's phone number. Because if you want to expedite this process, like for instance, one time I registered for one of these sites, not any of these, it was another one that I didn't even really like the clothes, but I registered for the site and it was a week before I heard back from anybody. So what I had to do was just email the person and then they were able to put me on the site right away. And so that's really important. Another wholesale site that I will give you guys, which is really, really helpful. And if you guys have questions so far, because I feel like now I just gave a lot of information. If you guys have specific questions about inventory, please let me know and I can answer those questions. If not, I'm just going to keep talking about what I have here, especially the next thing I'm going to talk about. I'm going to give one more site and then I'm going to talk about buying or purchasing tips, like tips if you want to start buying inventory, how much you should buy, how much money you usually would spend, how to price your items. I'm gonna talk about that next. So if you have questions, let me know now and I can add that into there. Okay, another vendor from my list, another one of my favorites. Which one do I want to give y'all? I'm gonna give y'all Blue Blush. Y'all probably have heard of Blue Blush clothing. That's a really, really popular one as well. And I get a lot of my pieces from there. If you guys want to see what I got from Blue Blush, I'm actually going to show you a piece. It's right behind me. And they have such cute, I'm looking at it right now, y'all. This stuff is so cute. And they do have a lot of trendy pieces. I'll put it in the comments now. It's blueblushclothing.com. And I'm gonna just copy and paste it to make sure that actually works. Okay, yes. And most of these places are in LA. So if you have access to go to Los Angeles, I think it'll be beneficial to visit them in person, go to their actual warehouses. One, because they usually have warehouse sales. When you buy things directly from the warehouse, they usually will give it to you at a discounted rate, and because you'll be able to touch and feel the clothing. Now, everything that I've bought from all of these places that are on this list, they have been high quality every time. They will be high quality every single time. However, sometimes you just want to know, like, for yourself, what the process or what the material is like. It says, great info. I hope you will release an ebook on step-by-step process. I can do that. I can do that this month. How about that? I will release an ebook. I was thinking about that actually yesterday, if I should do an ebook. But when I look online, I feel like there's already so much information. But I guess I can do one also. I'll do an ebook this month. Okay. So check out Blue Blush Clothing, y'all, and let me know if y'all like that site. They have such cute stuff. And again, like, and the reason why you're probably thinking, like, why is she giving us this information if I can't actually see the clothes? You guys have to register for all the sites. That's how you know that they're legit. So don't be upset at me. Like, you have to register for these sites. That's how all of them will be. But I want you guys, they're really good with on their homepage showing you an overview of their styles. And so what's really, really important is, like, if you just go and visit, like, I tell y'all this on my vendors list guide. I want you guys to visit these sites and just look at them. You know, you can kind of get an idea of what their clothes would be like. Let me show you guys. I have an outfit. I'll step away for like 2 seconds. Actually, I'm going to grab 2 outfits that I have from Blue Blush, and I want you guys to see how cute their stuff is. This stuff is in their website, but you can't see it on their homepage. So I want to show you guys, like, the quality and how cute they are. So give me like 5 seconds and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys 2 things that I got from Blue Blush, which is the site that we're on right now, so y'all can see for yourselves how good the quality is. Also, it's kind of dark in here. Whoa, that didn't help. Okay, the first thing that I got from Blue Blush, which this is actually the very last one that I have because they sold out, is this cute bodysuit. Look at how cute the sleeves are. Like a cute little winged sleeve, and it's off the shoulder. Y'all, my website mostly has ruffles. So cute. And then, like, at the bottom, it's like a little clasp at the bottom. Y'all can see right here, blue. Can y'all see that? Blue Blush. And it's such thick quality. I have some friends who bought this and some customers who bought this who are wearing it now in the winter time. Now, if you live in, like, Chicago or Michigan, you might not want to wear this in the wintertime, but in Texas, well, not in Texas right now either, but if you're in Florida or I don't know, California or something, you know, you can wear this. So super cute, and it has really good quality. And I want this for myself, but the last one left is a medium and I can't fit this. And then I also have this cute jumpsuit. This is the back, where it's like a deep V, and then it ties around the waist. It's a cropped leg, and then the whole back is out. Look at the whole back is out. So cute. Also, I still have like a couple smalls left. But this one I didn't buy. I love this. I didn't buy just because I'm not huge on like this. But some people are, and I try to give a variety of styles. I'm kind of like, I like sweaters and covering up, but some people like to be cute and whatever. So I offer, you know, a little bit of everything. So anyways, those 2 are both from Blue Blush, both great quality, and both have great reviews and great, like, my customers, you know, really like them. And so that's them. I highly recommend that site. Y'all should go. Y'all need to get on that site. Okay. We're going to move now into some tips on buying, or some tips on just like, really just like kind of like boutique tips altogether. And so the first one I would say is start small. I know if you want to start a boutique, it's really, really easy to get carried away by all these other boutiques and all these other, you know, clothing stores who have a lot of inventory. And you might want to start with a lot of inventory, but I'm going to tell you from experience, do not buy a lot of inventory. Unless you just have the money to do that, I would say don't do that. I did that in the beginning, and it took me a long time to see a return in my investment because I bought so much stuff. So I would say start small. When I say start small, I literally mean like 3 to 4 items. It's gonna seem like, oh my God, this is so small, but like that's okay. Number one, you'll save money. Number two, it's really important to start small because you're gonna buy items mostly that are like unique to your store, and your customer can get an idea of what to expect from your store. Like if you have 3 of like the same type of style, they know like I'm going to come to them for the same type of style. If you have 20 of different things, we're not clear on who you are or what you're trying to do. So when you're starting out, it's really important to start small. Also, you can start small because you'll be able to sell out quicker, get your money back, and then be able to purchase more inventory. Let's say that you're like me and you did not start small and you already have like 10, 15, I have 14 or 20 clothing items. That's okay. Keep your stuff. I would just say release it in chunks, meaning when you first launch, only show like 3 or 4 items. Then the week later, have a new arrival of 2 items. The 2 weeks later, have a new arrival of like 3 more items. You just want to stagger it. That way you keep your customers interested and coming back to your store. My thing was I saw a lot of traffic in the very beginning when I first launched, but I put everything out at one time. So number one, I didn't have any more money to go out and get more stuff because I bought 14 things. I spent $1,200. Don't do that. And so my customer was like, okay, I've already seen this. I'm not going to keep coming back to your store if I've already seen everything you have to offer. You want to keep it interesting. And at least if you start with a lot of stuff, release it in chunks to keep your audience interested in coming back to your store looking for more. Just makes it interesting, So with my winter collection, I started small. I got 4 things. And with that, I've already sold out of 1 complete item. I only have 2 more things left of another item. And then my other items are selling out as well. And so it just makes it easier for me to get my money back to purchase more stuff. Okay? Yes. Start small. It's just easier for you. And if you're trying to wonder, like, how much would that cost? Like, how much does it cost? I'm going to make a video on this. It'll be posted by Friday or maybe it might be next week. I don't know, y'all. But anyways, I would say if you start small with 3 to 4 items, that could cost anywhere from, hold on. Oh, I need some water. That would cost about $200 to $300, depending on what you buy and where you buy it from. For me, my winter collection, and it was harder. It's harder in the winter because, you're buying more bigger items like sweaters and not scarves, those are cheap, but sweaters and stuff tend to cost more money because think about it, you usually spend more money on sweaters. And so it's easier to spend a lot more money then, but yeah, I would say $200 to $300 is good. With my winter collection, I bought 4 things. I think I spent a total of $250, which I've already made that back. Now I'm just trying to make a profit from that. I've already made the amount that I spent to purchase all of my items, and I still have about 13 more pieces to sell, meaning that I would more than double my my investment and make a profit from that when I sell out the rest of my stuff. So I would say that's enough money to start. And then with pricing, price it wisely. This is so important, y'all. So something I just did is something I would recommend y'all do for whatever businesses you want to start. Yesterday, I went on Yelp. Y'all know Yelp, where they do reviews of companies. And I looked up a boutique that I was following on YouTube and social media, and they had terrible reviews. Like, I'm not going to say the name of the boutique because I'm not here to slander anybody. But what I did as a business owner was I went through the reviews and I looked at all of the customers' complaints. One of my New Year's resolutions is to be the solution to a problem. And so I looked at what are the problems that the customers are having? Because all of my reviews tend to be good reviews, but also it's coming from friends and family. So I want to see how bad can things get? And I was looking at their reviews and they just were saying how things are overpriced, the quality is terrible, and it's just not worth the money. It's like a scam. And when I saw that really made me think it's super important to be honest with your customers and with your audience to price things honestly. If something is not the best quality, don't make it overpriced. Let's say you buy something online, you thought it would be great, it came out not like you thought. Maybe you need to switch up your price point. It's not going to be $30, now it's going to be $20 or something inexpensive. So just be honest. But with that being said, don't be afraid to make some money. Meaning, don't my biggest fear, because like, okay, when I started my business, I wanted to be similar to Ross. Cute stuff, good finds, low price point to get a lot of customers. But honestly, like with that mindset, yes, it's good to have your customer in mind, but also I want to make a profit. I'm not just here to be a goodwill. I'm here to make money and to build an empire. And so with that being said, I really had a fear of charging a certain price because I didn't think people would actually purchase my items. But you have to be honest with yourself and what the quality of your clothing is, but don't be afraid to make money. Do not be afraid to make money. Like, you want to still make a profit. So it's really important that you price things so that you can make a profit. If you want to know like how I price my items, I have a specific formula, but sometimes I go above or below that formula depending on like what I want. For instance, let's talk about Gucci or a luxury name brand. They have items now. They probably have really, really good quality items. Let's say that they're selling a belt, because right now my students love Gucci belts, Louis Vuitton belts, and all that other crazy stuff. Let's say they have a belt and it's actually real leather. Maybe it's worth, I don't know how much real leather is worth. Maybe let's say it's worth $100. But because Gucci is Gucci and they want to protect their brand, they're going to charge more than that. They're going to charge $300 because, they're not going to just charge what it's worth, but they're going to charge what they're worth. They want people to see them in a certain light, so that things are going to be more expensive. Whereas Forever 21, they might have a really, really nice quality item that maybe could be worth, they could probably sell it for $50, but because they're Forever 21 and they want to have, a consistent whatever brand that they want to put out, they're going to charge it for maybe like, I don't know, $25. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So yes, you want to price it so that you have a profit, and also price it to wherever you want your brand to be valued at. That's where you want to price your items at. Okay. Any questions about that? Well, with that being said, y'all can, if you have questions about anything, I know someone asked me a question about a name earlier, whatever questions you guys have about anything business related, you can leave it in the comments now and I'll start going over it. But before I do that, I just want to tell you guys now that my boutique vendor list and it's a boutique vendor list with a boutique business guide. I'll put that link in the comments now. Just to give y'all a little bit more information on that. So originally it was $98, but for the holidays, I put it on sale for $50. And today is the last day that I'm actually offering. Well, actually nobody knows this, but y'all on here right now, because I'm doing it for YouTube only. But for the past day, it's been 50% off. So I'm gonna leave that coupon code in the comments, and I only set it to be valid for the first 25 people, and then after that the coupon won't work anymore. I'm going to leave this live up. However, the first 25 people will be able to get it on that sale. And inside of that business boutique guide, I include 37 vendors. 2 of them I just showed you today, Blue Blush and Hayden Los Angeles. I'm going to include 37 vendors and also a step-by-step guide to start buying for your business, meaning what credentials do you need, your EIN number, seller's permit, and your business entity, how to do each of those things. All 3 of those things can be 100% free, and how to do all of those things like right this second so that you can start buying tomorrow, like by tomorrow at the latest. And so I really want you guys, if you're serious, to start buying for your business. Something I will say though, is I'm actually like right now before this video, and like I'll do it after this video, I'm in the process of creating more vendors lists because I've gotten comments asking for children's list and more trendy like Fashion Nova list. So I'm in the process of making those lists now. And what I'm actually going to be doing for the new year is I'm going to separate my boutique business guide and my vendor list from each other. So right now they're together. Right now, if you buy one, you'll get them both at the same time. And a few people have already gotten that good deal. And I'm going to separate them because I feel like they're both worth a lot on their own. So after today, I'm going to be separating them. So today is the last day to get the sale on both items together. So if you are interested in both of them, I have the link in here. And I'm going to put the coupon code in here now, which is NYE50, because I started yesterday on New Year's Eve. And if you go on there right now, you will be able to, first of all, get a lot more information on what's included. I have the vendor's name, email address, website, and phone number. And I also include 2 different guides, a business guide on how to get your EIN number, your seller's permit, and your business entity, and then a purchasing guide, how to sign up for the sites, like what should you buy? How should you price it? I give my pricing formula. I price all my items at a certain percent, and a hint is it's above 100%. And I kind of tell you how to do that math. I'm a math teacher, so there's math in there and all of that. So today only you can get it for $25 if you use the code that I just put in there. If you go on the site right now, it's $50. But if you go on the site and use this coupon code, you can get it for $25, and it's only going to be active for the first 25 people. Once the 25th person has gotten it, the code will no longer work. So if you're watching this live after, like if you're watching the replay of this live and it's no longer active, that's why, because it's only available to the first 25 people. Okay, with that being said, you guys can ask me any type of question that you might have about vendors lists. If you guys want to know more about the websites, if you guys want to know more about purchasing and anything like that. And then Shanice has a question. She says, I've been struggling with coming up with a name. Do I have any tips? Oh yeah, you asked me this earlier. Okay. When I started my business, if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments now and I can answer them as they come in. But when I started my business, I had no idea what to name it. I literally had no idea. Well, I had an idea. The idea that I had was Style Essentials, which if you look that up, it already exists. And then I had Design Essentials, which is, if you look that up, it's already a hair care line. So that didn't work. So I had no idea what to name my business. So I had to just really sit and think about, with pen and paper. Hey, Gloria, I had to sit and think about, Gloria, if you, well, I'll talk to you in a second, but I had to sit and think about what is it that I want my brand to represent? What do I want my store to stand for? And I had to get like literal. And for me, I knew that I wanted something with styles in it. So I had the word styles in there because I wanted the word, I want women to be able to come to my site and to see how I have things styled and feel like that they can style themselves. So styles have to be somewhere in there. And then I thought about, okay, well, what do I want to stand for? I want to be a truthful company. I want to be a company that stands on truth. I want to be a faith-based business. I'm a Christian, and I want people to be able to come. I pray over every single order. I pray over every single customer. If you guys buy my vendors list, I prayed over my vendors list. I pray over everything because I want people to come to my business and be able to prosper themselves. And so I knew that I wanted true to be somewhere in there, and True Styles is cute, and I think it already exists. So I just had to play around with what doesn't exist already, and I came up with True Co Styles. So hopefully that helps. You have to really just sit down, play around, and go on Google and type in what you come up with to make sure it doesn't already exist. So super important. Do any of the vendors on your vendors list sell business professional attire? Yes. So my vendors list that I have up right now, I'm creating more after today, but the ones I have up right now are like general women's fashion, which ranges from urban wear, just regular contemporary clothing. I also have some business professional, I would say no, actually. I have like, what's it called? Not business professional, but business casual type of clothing. So business professional, I don't have any. If you want, is that what you're interested in selling? Business professional clothes? Because if so, I can do some more research and try to find some, because I have access. Yeah, that's actually a good question. If you want a specific type of vendor, let me know in the comments, because I have access to over like 500 vendors. It's just a process of me sitting down and like researching and finding out what sells what. So if you want a business professional, I can find some for you. I'll write that down. Dominique, I don't know if you have my Instagram. I'll put it in the comments. I want you to DM me so that and ask me that question again there. That way I can let you know what I find. So DM me on Instagram if you have Instagram. Do I think $800 is a good startup cost? I think that's more than enough. That is more than enough. Let me tell you what I spent money on and I'm gonna try to write this down because I don't have it all written down right now in front of me. But to start my business, if you don't do what I did, again, I spent like $1,200 on inventory, but don't do that. I would say you should probably spend about maximum $300 on clothing. You're gonna need, so right now I'm actually in the process of filming you can find me on Facebook as well if you want to. My name is just Natalie Howard. But I'm actually in the process right now of filming a packaging and shipping video that will be posted by tomorrow, showing you guys like what materials you need for packaging your orders. And I would say you probably want to have like $50 for shipping and packaging materials. I'm writing this down. If you want to do a photo shoot, that can cost about $200, but that's totally up to you. I think that's a total optional fee. And then you don't have to pay for anything else. Because you don't have to pay for your EIN number, your seller's permit, or a doing business as name if you want to be a sole proprietorship. I really think you can do it in $500 or less, honestly. So if you have $800, I think that is a good startup cost, because I think you can do it with less money than that. Great question. Any other questions? If you're just coming on, I went ahead and mentioned now that on my website, I actually have a vendors list and a boutique business guide telling you guys step by step how to actually start buying for your inventory like today. I also mentioned 2 of my wholesale vendors that are on my vendors list a little bit earlier. There is the vendors list in the comments right now. I would say if you're coming on late, watch the replay of this. I'll leave it up for just a couple hours, because I'll leave it up for about a day. But watch the replay of this so that you guys can see the specific the wholesale vendors that I put in the comments. And also, I let you guys know that the next 25 people can get my vendors list for 50% off, which is going to be $25. At this point, though, it is the next, I just got a few orders, so it'll be the next 21 people. The next 21 people who, because I'm able to put the code on a limit, so I put it at a limit of 25 people. So the next 21 people can go on my site and get that vendors list and boutique business guide for $25, and that's just for the next 24 hours. So up until tomorrow this time, the whole thing will be off my site, because I'm going to be uploading different vendors lists tomorrow. Okay, you have any other questions for me? And let me just go real quick to my site. If you have any type of I have so much information that I want to share with y'all, but I also don't want to give y'all too much information. So if you guys have any other questions about business, I literally will answer anything. It's just that I don't want to give too much information if you don't want it. So let me know. Okay, so if you're trying to figure out how you can find it on my website, well, first of all, the link is right there in the comments. But if you go to my website, truecodestyles.com, and go to work with me, you'll see the vendors list there. And I'm going to click on it. If you go to it right now, it's actually $50, but you can get it 50% off with that coupon code. And with this boutique business guide and vendors list, I'm going to be telling you guys what to buy and how to buy it with the vendors list and the guide. You will get access to 30, I'm just reading off right now the description out. The description on my website, if you guys can see that, and you can't, but that's what I'm reading off right now. So you'll receive instant access to 30 plus high quality clothing and accessory vendors. I have clothing and accessories. So I have 7 accessory vendors in there and 30 clothing. If you guys want to look at the type of accessories, first of all, I can't find them right now. But Leto Accessories, I shared this on my last video. Leto Accessories, Leto, has great accessories. And when I say accessories, they have I got my scarves from there and my shawls from there. If you look on my site under my winter collection, I got both of those things from Leto Accessories. They have great accessories. But yes, this guide will tell you step by step how to become a legally running boutique business. You can literally start your business today and be a legally running business. And it includes how to get your seller's permit, along with helping you guys purchase the inventory necessary to actually start your business. Within the vendors list, so when you purchase it, you'll get a downloadable file to the email address that you purchase it with. And the file will include 2 different documents. The first one will be just the vendors list, which has name of the vendor, the email address, the phone number, and the website to all 37 vendors. And then you will get another PDF document, which will have 2 different pages in it. The first one is the purchasing guide, which tells you how to go on the site, how to purchase items, how to price your items, and different tips. And then the next thing is a business guide telling you guys how to get your EIN number, how to get your seller's permit, and how to form your business entity, all for free in order to start your business. And you will get that file immediately after you guys purchase. And she says, how do you promote your online business? Okay, let me answer Pashia first and I'll answer for you. How do you promote your online business? Do you use ads, Facebook, Instagram? That's a great question. So I just started my boutique back in July. And with that, I've done a couple different things. At first, I was very, 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 very afraid to promote on my social media, on my own social media, because I thought that my family and my friends would laugh at what I was doing, to be completely honest. So at first, I just tried to do like Facebook ads and things like that, but I realized that didn't get me a lot of sales because I didn't have enough money to put in what it cost in order to have huge ads. So I started to, also, I made a business Instagram, and that didn't work either because people on that Instagram did not know who I was because I found them through hashtags. So what made me the most sales and the way that I promote it is on my personal social media, my Facebook and my Instagram. Because with that, family and friends who already know and trust me purchased from me. And in the beginning, that's how I got majority of my sales. Now, interestingly enough, I have a video on my YouTube, which a lot of y'all probably saw and found me through, which is how to start your online boutique. That video now has almost 4,000 views, and I have the link of my boutique in that video. And so now most of my website traffic comes from that YouTube video, which is kind of crazy. I didn't even intend for that to happen, but that's what happened. So that is that. So now I really just now promote through Facebook and Instagram, and then also YouTube, just like social media. Another way that I did promote though was, I wish I had a card to show y'all. I printed out little promotional cards and I would wear my items out. Like I have this one dress that I would wear out, and people would be like, "Oh my God, where'd you get your dress?" And I'll be like, "Actually, I have an online boutique, and here's my, my business card. Here's a discount to go on and buy the same item." That's like a kind of intimidating way to do it, but that really works. Hopefully that answers your question. If you have to order items in order of 6, just getting started. If you have to order items, what do you mean? I think I know what you mean. If you have to order items in order of 6 from wholesalers, how can you have a variety of merch when just getting started? So I think you mean when you have to purchase items like in a pack of 6, like 2 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 larges. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean something else? Okay. Well, that doesn't really affect variety. So for instance, let's kind of break it down a little bit. When I'm not sure if you were on here, but I can give you a real life example. So let's talk about this jumpsuit. Right here. This jumpsuit, which I got from Blue Blush Clothing. I showed y'all this earlier. If you came in on here later, go back and watch the replay. But I got this from Blue Blush Clothing. I don't remember how much exactly this cost because I don't have my invoice on me right now. But when I ordered this cost me about, let's say it cost me $12. This one jumpsuit cost me $12. And so I have to get 6 of them. Most vendors will make you buy things in 6. Blue Blush they do 6, but it's not 2 small, 2 medium, 2 larges. It's actually 3 smalls, 2 mediums, and 1 large. But either way, it's still 6. So if I buy 6 of these, that costs me $72. So I have 6 of these. My budget for when I start, let's say hypothetically, is going to be about $300. And so if it's $300, I have enough money, 300 divided by 72, to get at least 4 different things like this. I can get one of these. And when I say one of these, I mean like I'm getting a pack of these, a pack of 6 of these. I can then go get a pack of 6 of these. That's so far going to be about like $140. I can get a pack of 6 dresses and a pack of 6 sweaters. So that's still me buying 4 different clothing items, but in those clothing items, you have 6 of each. So I don't know if that answers your question because I don't really understand the question, but yes, you're gonna buy 6 of each item, but you're gonna buy more than just one thing. So I'm gonna buy 4 pieces that have 6 items in each piece, if that makes sense. And that's how you have variety, because you're not gonna just, like, I wouldn't just have one thing on my site. I wouldn't just have this on my site. But I also, when I have this on my site, I wanna have 6 of them so I can, be able to sell this 6 of them. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. That's kind of like a weird explanation, but hopefully, if that didn't help you, ask me in a different way and I could try to answer you. Okay, any other questions? I used to think that questions was the Spanish version of question, but it's not. So I don't even know why we say that. I believe the Spanish word for questions is preguntas. Just a small fact. All right, y'all. Any other questions? It is now 1:11. I've been on here for 45 minutes. The goal was to be on here for 20 minutes. I don't know why I thought that was going to happen. Thank you for coming on. Okay, if y'all don't have any other questions, I'm going to close out. At this point, 20 more people can come and get the vendors list at the price of $25 with the coupon code NYE30. And here is the website. That's gonna, at 12 p.m. tomorrow, that will be taken off of my site and it'll look completely different. And I don't know what time today the sale will no longer work. It's a limited sale and it will only work for the next about 20 people. So I would suggest getting that if you're serious about starting your boutique. If you're not serious, I mean, it is January 1st. So if you're trying to get your boutique started, but you're not sure where to start, that will literally tell, like, literally it should be, it's worth more than that, but it'll literally tell you step by step, like how to become a legally running business and how to purchase on different wholesale websites, and then a list of 37 websites. Now, somebody just asked me about, like, earlier, how would you have variety? You're not going to need to purchase something from each website on that vendors list. Like, I've shopped with about, I would say 50% of those vendors on there. And the other ones are just ones that have really good reviews and ones that I found that have stuff that I would buy in the future. But you're not going to need, when I first started out, I only shopped from like 3 or 4 different vendors. So that vendors list will just give you a large variety on like who you can possibly get things from, but you won't need to go on there and buy something from all of them, because literally it's 37 vendors. You don't need to start with 37 clothing items. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that helps. I'm gonna get off of here now. If you have questions, if you're just coming on here, I'm getting off now. Find me on Instagram. I like when you guys DM me on Instagram because I like talking to you guys personally. So if you have questions that this does not answer, find me on Instagram. I'm putting my Instagram handle back on here. Natalie Nicole. Hey, Sharifa, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's January 1st. Y'all, actually, while we're on here, before I get off, please, in the comments right now, let me know what videos do y'all want to see from me, like not on live, but just my normal videos. Right now, I am trying, my word for 2017, Lord, it's 2019. My word for 2019 is consistency. So I am actually in the process right now of, over here, y'all would see my setup of me recording a video on how to package and how to ship out my orders. I actually just filmed the entire process for packaging my order, and now I'm about to sit down and tell you guys like how I ship it, how, stuff like that. So if you guys want a video, and I'm trying to be consistent and post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's my goal. I'm gonna do it at least for the entire month of January and see how I feel. If I don't like it, then I'll switch up the days. I'm not bound to those days, but yes. So let me know what videos y'all want to see, because I will literally write them down right now and they will be put out by this week, Friday, or next week. So let me know what y'all want to see. And if you're on here on the replay, then still let me know in the comments because I can see them. After registering and paying for your seller's license, how long does it take to get the license? I registered and paid already. Okay, so it's different from state to state, but let me tell you how it was in Florida, because I was so impatient and I wanted to start my business immediately. So I registered for my seller's permit. It's called something else here in Texas. I'm not in Florida, in Texas. And then it didn't cost me anything, I don't believe. But when I registered for it, they said it would take me about 2 to 3 weeks to get it in the mail. Well, honey, that was not okay for me because I needed to start immediately. When I called my Secretary of State, I believe it was, or it was the controller's office, the tax office in Texas, they told me I already had access to the number. So as soon as I registered, there was something called a filing number or a permit number that I kind of just ignored. And that actually was my seller's permit number. I had access to that immediately after I registered. So you should, I'm not sure what state you're in, you should have access now to that number. If you don't see the number like in your confirmation email or when you go back to log on wherever you registered for it, call that office and they can give you the number. Call them and they can get it. I got the license in the mail maybe like 2 weeks later, but I had access to that number like within an hour or so. So call them and get the number. Call your If you call your state secretary, they will direct you where to get it from. They may email it to you. I live in Florida. Mine was emailed to me. Okay, cool. Yeah, mine was not emailed to me at all. They had to mail it to me in Texas, which took 2 weeks. But then I was able to call them and get the actual number. Yeah, that's a good point, though. You can call your state secretary or secretary of state and ask them, how can I get the information? They can probably email it to you, or maybe they can, or you're in Ohio, or maybe they can just give you the number. You're welcome. Hopefully that helps. Yes, super helpful. I feel like that seller's permit number is like the bread and butter to my boutique business. That opened up so many, like after I had that number, honey, I was shopping, okay? I spent days shopping. The hard thing for me though was knowing like what to buy. Because you want to start small, like I mentioned earlier, but there's so many options on these sites, kind of like, well, what do I buy? Honestly, in the beginning, I did not have a science to it. I kind of just bought whatever I wanted. But then when I launched and I kept seeing the same orders coming in, I kind of realized what my audience liked. So my audience, for instance, they like dresses. All of my dresses sold like hotcakes. They also like, what else sold out? Dresses sold out, jumpsuits sold out, things that photograph well. Things that photographed really well are things that they bought because it looked good on the site. Also, if things are not selling on your site, you might want to this is just a tip for the future maybe. Oh, Shani, let me write this down. I'm gonna write down video ideas. Shani says marketing videos. And y'all keep in mind, like I'm still new. So I'm still not where I want to be. Yes, I'm making a little chunk of change right now that is nice and very supplemental to my income, but I'm not quite where I want to be just yet. So I'm really learning and sharing y'all with me the process. So I'm still learning the best marketing techniques, but I can drop a few things in a video. I'll put like a beginner level video up of things that I learned, things that work, things that don't work. That's a good idea. Things that work, things that don't work. I'm writing that down. And then Dominique said, can you make a video on how to price your items? Is that a video that y'all want to see? I feel like that's not enough information for a video. I can write it down. If y'all agree with what somebody says and I say it out loud, be like, yeah, or something. Can y'all like the comments? No, because I don't know if that's just like, it needs to be a conversation right now or y'all all want to see that. Like a pricing video, I feel like, do y'all want to see that? Pricing. I can't. You know what? That's a good idea because I got some things I need to say about that anyways. Yes. You know what? I'm going to make a video about that. Okay. Next question. Did you have to pay for a certificate of status? With my seller's permit or with my LLC? Because I don't even know if I know what that is, but I'm going to look it up right now. The only thing, do you mean with my seller's permit, Sharifa, or with my LLC? Or just like with my business, period? Certificate of status. Let me know which one you mean. Sharifa, do you have an LLC? Because I'm looking it up now and it says a certificate of status is a certificate issued by the Secretary of State that serves as official evidence of an entity's existence or authority to transact business. I did not pay for that separately, but I did pay to become an LLC, which was $350 in Texas. And in that, I got a certificate showing that I am illegally running business in Texas. So I didn't have to do a separate certificate of status because I have my, like when I filed to form my LLC, I got something separate with that. Hopefully that makes sense. So no, I didn't pay separately for a certificate of status. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make videos about these two. These are actually good videos. On the surface, they seem like, do y'all wanna see that? But now I understand I have things to talk about. So I'm gonna do a pricing video. I'm gonna do a beginner marketing video. And hopefully y'all know, like when I make these videos and stuff, I'm not an expert and I didn't go to school for this type of stuff. It's just me talking from experience. And, so far, nobody has criticized me about what I said. Like, that's not right or something like that. And honestly, so thankfully y'all been graceful with me. And even on here, y'all are graceful with me. And hopefully that's okay because I'm just sharing my experiences. And I want to always give that disclaimer in case a business expert comes on here and try to check me for giving false information. I'm just telling you guys what works for me and my experiences. And that's kind of like how all my videos will come off. So if I don't have experience with something, then I won't make a video about it and I'll be honest and say, I don't know how to do that. So I'm very honest and hopefully transparent enough for y'all to know, like, I can't do everything. I'm still learning. And something I do want to say though, I don't even know if I was gonna mention this. Something I do want to say, and I am gonna make a video about this, I believe, is like comparison. I know that right now there's so many like Instagram boutiques and it is so easy to like feel intimidated by those who have hundreds of thousands of followers and those who are making, it seems that they're making millions of dollars. I mean, it's so easy to compare. Because of that, like I felt that burden yesterday. I kind of like felt that burden of like, oh my gosh, like people are already doing this. Why should I continue to do this? Something about my vendors list specifically is on this vendors list that I have on my website right now, I don't really have the vendors that all your favorite boutiques shop at because I like for people, myself included, to stand out and to be unique. Something that I kind of pride myself on is that I haven't seen any of my clothing items that are on my store at another store yet. And I am thankful for that because I want to be unique. I don't want to copy and be the next Fashion Nova or the next Pretty Little Things or the next whatever other boutique are on Instagram. I'm not gonna say no names, but I don't want to be the next one like that. And so because of that, I do my best to that's why on my boutique vendors that I have on my site right now, there are only 37 vendors because I have access to a lot of vendors, over hundreds, but a lot of them are being played out by some of these Instagram boutiques, and I don't want to be the next Instagram boutique. So my vendors list, I can guarantee, unless we all start shopping at the same places, then that's going to be another issue. But my vendors list, I can guarantee is going to be places that have unique type of clothing. Yes, some trendy things that like are like jean jackets and things that you will see anywhere, but it's going to be unique type of clothing. And that's just like to protect my identity because I want to have my own store identity and to protect y'all's identity. When y'all start y'all's businesses, I want you guys to like commit to yourself that you're going to be your own person, your own business. You're not going to copy and you're going to do your own thing. It's going to take a lot of self-discovery if you haven't done it already to figure out what is your brand and what do you want your brand to stand for. Don't copy this influencer and that influencer to do what worked for them. Because if I was a customer, I would shop with them and not you because like they're already established. So it's really important to establish yourself. I just want to give that little rant. Okay, day in the life of a boutique owner. Yes, it's funny because I actually was recording that video like 2 days ago. But then if y'all saw my most recent video talking about like how to achieve your goals, that message was like kind of like impounding, is that the word? Impounding like on my spirit and on my heart to talk about. So I kept interrupting myself on that day in the life video. but I will re-record something like that and I'll put it up, a day in the life video of a boutique owner. That's a good idea. I'll do that from sun up to sundown, and I'll make sure to include a little discount so that I can get a lot of sales. One way to get a lot of sales, y'all, is to have discounts. Now, you don't want to do a discount every day because that kind of starts to like devalue your brand, but sales and discounts work. Also, something that works a lot for me is my email list. That's another, I'm gonna put that down for my marketing video. When y'all see that video, y'all might have already heard me say some of these things because I'm gonna tell y'all now, but your email list is super important to build it up. My email list right now only has like 45 people on it. However, most of my sales come after I send an email about a discount, or about a sale, about a new arrival. Those emails help me get sales, or it helps me get traffic to my site. Something that someone told me is that before someone purchases from your site, they need to have had contact with your brand at least 7 times. Meaning they need to have heard of your name, saw your brand, went to your site, played around with the cart. They need to do something at least 7 times before they commit to purchasing. So my email list is a way for me to get those 7 times out there so people can get recognized and comfortable with my brand. So email list, you guys want to build an email list, and I'll talk about how to do that in the marketing video that somebody just suggested that I do. Okay. People are dwindling down out of here. So I'm assuming that my information is getting boring. So I'm about to wrap it up, especially because it is now 1:30 and I have things to do. So if you have any last questions, let me know now. And if not, we're going to close out of here. Just so y'all have an update on the vendors list, for those who are staying on, I'm going to post the link one more time and let y'all know that at this point, 20 more people can use this coupon code NYE50 to get my vendors list and boutique business guide for 50% off, meaning it would be $25. So if you get it, the price is going to raise after today. It's normally $100. I'll put it on sale for $50, and then I'm giving y'all in this chat right now only. I'm not going to put this code anywhere else. So in this chat only, y'all have 50% off. However, I only set it to a total of 25 people. And after that, the coupon code won't work anymore. So if you guys are interested in starting your business like this week, and I literally mean like this week, like getting started on it, I would suggest getting that because there's so much information. My mom was on here earlier and she suggested that I do an ebook, and let me write that down. But I don't know what the ebook should be on quite yet. I don't know if it should just be on getting started or if it should be on marketing or I guess like a general guide. So I'm gonna be writing an ebook this month, in the month of January. I know I can get it done because I'm on Christmas break right now from teaching. So that'll be up as well. So my vendors that's up there now, it will not be up there like this tomorrow because I'm going to separate my vendors list from my business, my boutique business guide. I'm going to have them separate, and they're going to be at minimum $45 each. Because just so much information, I know that it's worth more. I have to raise my price because I know it's worth more. So that's a little hint for your boutique. If you have low prices, but you think that it's worth more, raise the price. It probably is worth more. I know one thing is people are afraid to charge what they're worth because they think people won't buy it. Don't be afraid. Make people see the value. They see the value with your price, as long as it actually is valuable. Be honest. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow it will be different. Right now, when you go to the link that I just posted, you'll see the vendors list plus boutique business guide. It's together. And with the code that is put in the comments, you can get it for 50% off today only. And then by tomorrow, actually it's not today only, it's for 24 hours. So from 12 o'clock p.m. today, right now it's 1:30 in Texas, to 12 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, Central Standard Time, it will be 50% off with that coupon code, unless it's all used up because it's for 25 people only. And so far, 5 people have already purchased, so now it's for 20 more people only. Just so y'all know. Okay, I feel like that's everything I have to offer. If y'all don't have any more questions, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been an hour. If you just came on here late, I'm going to have the replay up of this up for 24 hours, and I'm just gonna take it away just because I'm gonna make a lot of this into individual videos, so with better quality, because this is grainy and a mess. Okay. So happy New Year's. I hope y'all are enjoying y'all's New Year. Does anybody know if the mall is open today? Because I want to go to Bath and Body Works. If your mall is open, let me know, because I want to go to Bath and Body Works. I don't know if it's open or not. And I'm going to close out in about 30 more seconds. So if y'all have any last questions, y'all can get them in now. If not, I'm going to head out and get something to drink. I'm thirsty. Okay. Closing out in 5, 2. Oh, wait, I'm going to put my Instagram on here. If you guys are typing a comment right now, but I close out before you can type it in. First of all, you can leave a comment on this video when the live is over. And I want you guys to follow me on Instagram and DM me if you have questions, because I love talking to y'all. I literally think I give out too much information, but I like sharing information. I'm a teacher, literally. So if you have questions, feel free to DM me and I will literally answer all your questions. I will tell you everything. So I like sharing information. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Have a blessed rest of your day. I really pray. I've already prayed for those who are on here, but I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm praying that all of you guys have a blessed 2019. I just declare now that everything that you want to get done, that's within God's will happen for your life. Make sure you guys set goals and then work daily on accomplishing those goals. Consistency is key. You cannot just think and want consistency. You have to make it happen and put it into action. So faith without works is dead. It's not enough to just believe in yourself. You have to do it. It's not enough to just do it. You have to believe that you can do it as well. So with that being said, I love you guys. God bless you guys. And I hope you guys have an amazing January 1st. Okay. Bye, you guys.